associate with others, and also who the most important person in your life are, and what the relationship is to them. You will manage your work-life balance effectively also, and you will create trust. So this is the framework for defining your personal ambition statement. Take a look, for example, to my personal mission statement. I will not discuss all the elements in detail, but just a very brief look up to my personal mission statement. I have written here, enjoy the freedom to develop and share knowledge, especially if this can mean something in the life of others. This is what making me happy. This is what I live for. This is my main objective in life. So this is what I call my personal mission statement. Because of the time, I will not discuss the other elements of the personal ambition. Let's go now to the next stage of this journey, of this process, the personal branding process. We will now focus on the next stage, and that is defining and formulating your personal brand. It starts with the elements which you can see on this slide: personal SWOT analysis, your brand objectives. You have to define your specialization, your focus area, and your attribute, your domain, and also your brand statement and story. Now, let's focus on that now. For that, I have some steps included in this model. It starts, as I told you, with the SWOT analysis: your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. You have to define what your strengths and weaknesses are. What are the external opportunities and threats in your domain? So you have to evaluate yourself based on this and define also your personal lifestyle. And based on this, you need to define your personal brand objectives. Which results do you want to realize with your brand? Would you like to become rich or famous? What is it? Is it satisfaction? What do you want to be known for? So the next step in this process is you have to define your service, your specialization. You have to focus your domain. What is your dominant attribute? Domain will come later. What is your specialty? What makes you unique, special, and different? That is something you have to think of, and you have to define it also. And then you have the domain. In what arena do you want to achieve your objectives? Who are your main competitors? And then, based on that, all these previous steps, you define your personal brand statement. That is a meaningful, a concise, meaningful, and inspiring brand promise. What do you promise your customers? What do you promise others in your surrounding? Also your family, based on your personal ambition. That states what you are committed to being for others. And based on that, you need to define, you need to have a brand story, because the brand story is very, very essential, because the brand story is the essence of what you want to say about your unique talents and personality and your learning attributes to others. It is an elevator pitch, and you have just 5 minutes to share that with passion, and it should be based on your personal brand statement. And to share that with passion, that is very, very important, a brand story. And use anecdotes, use examples to give the impression that you add value to them. Okay? And then you can also visualize it. You can use a personal logo and a slogan, a name. And that is now, these are the steps in this personal branding process. Now, let's just focus on just one or two elements in this statement, in this process. I just want to focus on the personal brand statement. The personal brand statement is getting all together and define, let's say, your value, unique value proposition. It entails the core element, what makes you more unique, more valuable, and visible in the market. So based on this, let's take a look at my personal brand statement, how I have defined that. I have positioned myself with this slogan: aligning human capital to business success. That is what I am going for. That is my business. That's my thing. And I'm passionate and compassionate to inspire learning individuals and to unlock their potential. And dedicated to energize innovative organizations within the service and manufacturing industry, but in the whole society. Using my holistic insight and innovative concepts, I promise them to help them to realize their dreams. So this is how I have positioned myself, and how I have defined my personal brand statement. And of course, when I go to a client, or when I talk to others, I'm using this statement as a guideline to tell my story to others. That's the brand story, and I'm telling that with passion, and that is very, very important, to tell your brand story with passion. That's all about the branding. It's all about sharing that with passion. Let's now take a look at the next stage in this process. I would like now to focus on the personal balance scorecard. You can have a nice vision, you can have a nice dream, you can have a nice brand statement, but if you don't have an action plan, you will not realize it, you will not make it concrete. Because branding, personal branding is, you have to, what you are promising, you have to deliver what you promise. Okay, otherwise you will damage your brand. Take a look at, for example, Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods' personal brand had a value, market value of $1 billion US 3 months ago. Now, how much is it? What is the value right now? It is less than 50%. Take a look at, for example, Barack Obama. He promised a lot. He promised a lot based on his personal ambition, based on his personal brand. But he has to act. He needs to act now. So the personal balance scorecard will help you to translate your personal ambition, your personal brand, into a well-balanced action plan with performance targets, with objectives, measures, targets, and initiatives. So that is what I call the personal balance scorecard. It's a roadmap to realize your personal balance, your dream, and your personal brand. So this model, the personal balance scorecard, entails these steps. I have these 5 steps in place for this process. It starts with your critical success factors. That means you have to identify elements within your personal brand statement and within your personal ambition, elements which are critical for the success of yourself. And these elements, I call this the critical success factors. These are factors which are decisive for your success. Now, remember, success attracts success. So it's very important for you to define these critical success factors and translate that into personal objectives, life objectives. These are short-term results that you want to realize, that you want to achieve. Remember, the personal ambition and the personal brand statements are long-term statements, long-term objectives. But in the personal balance scorecard, you need to focus on short-term objectives based on your personal ambition and your personal brand statement. So the personal objectives are related to your personal brand and your personal ambition, and is strongly related to the personal critical success factors. Now, the next step is translate the personal objectives into your personal measures. You need to translate that in measures, otherwise it's just blah blah blah. I hate cloudy things. I have an engineering background. I want to measure everything. Then it is concrete. There's no blah 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 anymore. It is measurable, and it is in this way you can manage yourself like a business. I've used this system, by the way, in the past 4 years in many countries, and I see results in 2 months, not in 2 years, in 2 months, because people told me, "Hey, Hubert, this is so measurable, so this is so concrete, and I'm getting feedback based on these measures and these targets, and I'm improving myself. I don't wait for anybody. I'm just improving myself based on my dream, based on my personal brand statement, and based on the feedback, honest feedback that I'm getting from others." So the performance measures are important because it will help you to make it more measurable. And the performance targets are related to a value that you should obtain. And the last step in this process of the personal balance scorecard is the personal initiatives. You have to translate all these elements into initiatives, in action. You have to define how you would like to realize your personal brand and your personal vision. How do you want to achieve the results? Which improvement action do you need to achieve these results? So what talent, skills, and experience do you need to add value to others? And how would you like to communicate this to others? So these are the steps of the personal balance scorecard. I will not go into detail in this, but I would like to show you the takeaway of this whole process. How you map this all, your strategic map, how you combine this. That is this chart, this slide. In this slide, you see the overall picture. Everything is included here. Your personal mission statement, your personal vision, the key roles, your brand statement, but also the values you have selected. To define this, you can define 6 to 8 values. It's all in the book, in the concept. And then on the left side, you see your personal brand objectives. You see here how all the objectives are related to each other, starting from financial, knowledge and learning, external to internal. And you see in this chart, you see be happy is the main, the final and the main objective in this chart. And it's all related to all the elements. And you see here how your life is, my life, because this is my example, how my life is in balance based on this system. And I've also included the objectives and the measures and the targets, and the improvement actions. And I've signed for it because I'm dedicated, I'm committed to realize this in the coming months and in the coming years. So I'm working on this system, and I've signed for it that I will be committed. And I'm getting feedback, by the way. I'm getting feedback from my friends, from my clients, from my family members, my wife, my children, and I'm improving myself based on that. So this map, this personal brand system, strategic management system, is guiding me to become more successful